Hello, everybody, and welcome back, or welcome for the first time. Today, we're going to be looking at yet another one of those mysterious occurrences that happen every once in a while that leave us all absolutely astonished, just like last week. Except, I think that this one, a lot more of you are going to know about because it happened not so long ago. But before we do that, I just want to remind you that we upload one video per week on Saturdays about the creepy, the unexplainable, and maybe horrifying things that take place in this world. So if you like that sort of thing, remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already done that. And also turn on the notifications so that you don't miss any of our videos. Welcome to Storytime. The disappearance of Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. You've probably heard of this case because it didn't happen too long ago, and it made headlines all over the world. It's unbelievable to think that a plane full of people can just disappear in the 21st century, but that is in fact what happened. On the night of March 8th, 2014, a plane, Boeing 777, flying from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, carrying 227 souls, passengers, and another 12 crew members, so 239 souls, seemed to vanish into thin air. A multinational search effort, the largest and most expensive in aviation history, in the end only turned up a few pieces of aircraft debris. Malaysia's former prime minister declined to comment anything more than to say that the aircraft just disappeared over the Indian Ocean. The lack of closure has generated multiple theories, many of which are considered conspiracy theories. Some media and internet sites claim that the official statement that the plane crashed into the Indian Ocean is a blatant cover-up. What are some of these theories? Hijacking, capture by the United States, crew suicide. It was reported that the pilot had been having some marital problems, a fire on board, vertical entry into the sea. I think somebody floated the idea of a meteor strike, and even alien abduction. The possibility of a simple hijacking has been brought up by various news outlets, including ABC News and the Los Angeles Times in the United States. Speculation had mounted about the possibility that hijackers had taken the plane to a remote island, although a new group since then has claimed responsibility. Unofficial researchers have been said to have identified more than 600 possible runways in the area at which the plane was capable of landing, but no confirmation, to our knowledge, has ever been received from Malaysian officials. Some speculated that the passengers were still alive based on a phantom cell phone theory. This was based on some early reports that family members and friends of Flight 370 heard ringing when they tried to contact their loved ones there. They had expected to receive a busy or an off signal, something like that, and this was after the plane had disappeared, even days after. However, this was challenged by a guy, Jeff Kagan, a wireless analyst, who in an email to NBC News explained that networks can still produce ringbacks as it searches for a connection, even if the cell phone has been destroyed. In May 2014, author Nigel Cawthorne wrote a book called Flight MH370, The Mystery. In it, he alleged that the jet had been shot down during U.S.-Thai Joint Strike Fighter jet training exercises, and that searchers had intentionally been sent astray as part of a sophisticated cover-up. What do we know? Well, up in the cockpit that night, First Officer Farik was flying the plane. Captain Zahari was handling the radios. The arrangement was standard. Zahari's transmissions at times were a bit unusual, but nothing terribly unusual. At about 1 a.m., a little after 1 a.m., he radioed that they had leveled off at 35,000 feet. A superfluous report in radar surveilled airspace, where the norm is to report leaving an altitude, not arriving at one. At 1:08 a.m., the flight crossed the Malaysian coastline and set out across the South China Sea in the direction of Vietnam. Zahari again reported the plane's level at 35,000 feet. 11 minutes later or so, as the airplane closed in on a waypoint near the start of Vietnamese air traffic jurisdiction, the controller at Kuala Lumpur Center radioed Malaysian 370, contact Ho Chi Minh 120.9. Good night. Zahari answered, good night, Malaysian 370. He did not read the frequency back as he should have, but otherwise the transmission was normal. It was the last the world ever heard from MH370. The pilots never checked in with Ho Chi Minh or answered any of the subsequent attempts to contact them. 5 seconds after MH370 crossed into Vietnamese airspace, the symbol representing its transponder dropped from the screens of Malaysian air traffic control. and 37 seconds later, the entire airplane disappeared from secondary radar. The time was 1:21 a.m., 39 minutes after takeoff. The controller in Kuala Lumpur was dealing with other traffic elsewhere on his radar screen, and he didn't notice. When he did, he assumed that the airplane was in the hands of Ho Chi Minh, somewhere out beyond his range. The Vietnamese controllers, on the other hand, well, they saw MH370 cross into their airspace and simply disappear from radar. They repeatedly tried to contact the aircraft, but to no avail. By the time they picked up the phone to inform Kuala Lumpur, 18 minutes had passed since the disappearance from their radar screens. What ensued was an exercise in confusion and incompetence. Kuala Lumpur's Aeronautical Rescue Coordination Center, which should have been notified within an hour of the disappearance, was not. 4 more hours elapsed before an emergency response was finally begun. It was now after 6:30 in the morning. Within a matter of days, primary radar records, which were salvaged from air traffic control computers and partially corroborated by secret Malaysian Air Force data, revealed that as soon as MH370 disappeared from the secondary radar, it turned sharply to the southwest, flew back across the Malay Peninsula, and banked around the island of Penang. From there, it flew northwest up the Strait of Malacca and out across the Andaman Sea, where it faded beyond radar range into obscurity. The mystery surrounding MH370 has been a focus of continued investigation and sometimes feverish public speculation. The loss, which, as you can imagine, devastated families on most continents. The idea that a sophisticated machine with all its modern instruments and redundant communication devices could simply vanish seems beyond the realm of possibility. After spending an astounding $160 million scouring thousands of square miles of ocean, the disappearance of Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 and the 239 people aboard remains to be a mystery to the day of this recording. Okay, everybody, that's it for today. I really hope nobody's listening to this one as they are getting on a plane or on their way to the airport. But if you have any theories, let me know. Let us know, because we'd love to hear them. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you have a tale that you think is worth remembering, let us know. We'll take a look. And if we agree, we'll make a video about it. So everybody, have a good whatever it is, wherever you are in this wonderful world of ours.